Welcome to Head Full of Radio, where a longtime Radiohead fan goes through the whole recorded discography alongside his friend, who's only familiar with the song Creep. Will we agree on the songs? Can I convert him into a fan? Let's find out.
Oh, the rats and the children will follow me out of town.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Welcome to episode 117. While Nico reads the lyrics, I'm Andrew, and you're listening to Head Full of Radio. Hi, Nico.
Hello. I'm so excited after last week. I really don't know what to expect anymore. I feel like, especially with you coming out with the big Tom, which maybe I should have seen coming, given that is like something big enough for you to have as your alarm. But like the bar's been set quite high, so maybe I need to simmer down and just relax. But no, I'm really excited for what Kid A has to have in store.
Well, this song has Johnny Greenwood adding what's called an Ondez Martinot.
I have no idea what you just said.
Yeah, I don't know what it is either. And Tom York's vocals were processed with what's called a ring modulator, which is
Cool.
a signal processing function. It's like frequency mixing.
Gotcha.
The inception of this song, the title song, it lies in a bit of music Tom programmed. It was already called Kid A when the song began to take shape. He formed the lyrics by pulling lines from cut-up writings out of a top hat, and to him they must have been related to incredibly violent imagery, as he refused to sing them straight. At least during the making of the record. In subsequent live performances he would. For the album version, he cited the words rhythmically over the backing track, while Johnny manipulated the pitch of his voice, which was connected to a vocoder through an Ondez Martinot, which is, I don't know what the heck that is, but let's have a look at one of them. Ondez Martinot.
I wonder if it's going to make any more sense whilst looking at it. Probably not.
If it's what I think it is, okay, that's not what I think it is.
That is definitely not what I was expecting.
Yeah, look at this guy down here. His name is like Maurice Martineau.
There you go.
Thus, Johnny wrote the melody, and Tom felt largely irresponsible for the track, the content of which he considered to be so devastating.
Wow.
Tom plays the bass on this track as well.
Oh, cool. Does he do that every now and again, or is that pretty atypical?
Yeah. He also, well, I'm going to give you a bit of a heads up, too. On the next song, he has had that bass line for the next one since, like, 1996 or something. But
oh, okay.
he does play bass every now and again, and why not, right?
Sure.
So, are you ready to jump into the title track from Kid A?
Let's do it.
Go!
Ooh.
Hmm.
It's like, you know, when you like wind up like a lullaby thing to like play for a child,
Totally.
and it like spins, but like with that like almost dystopian hint. Ooh. This again is very cool.
Yeah.
I already want to know who won the Grammy if they were just simply nominated.
I'll go have a look.
Because so far this is hitting it out of the park.
Steely Dan.
I wish that meant something to me.
Radiohead, Eminem, Beck, and Paul Simon were also nominated, but Steely Dan won.
Damn, because they're otherwise very big names.
Yeah.
Like, this is just sending, like, looking at the lyrics and seeing what he was, like, singing about, and the idea that he wasn't happy to maybe sing things, like, fully, and he had to do, like, piecemeal.
Yeah.
It kind of just sells the idea that, like, music can be, like, therapy for, like, getting
100%.
through weird shit.
Yes. Absolutely. Sneeze in a second. Excuse me.
That's it.
Thank you.
Yeah, it just feels like we're actually getting something super, like, intimate that has come from, like, his soul.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, I know it's been through, like, this processing and whatnot, but, like, it still feels like we're getting something, and maybe has been, like, translated somewhat, but, like, something that has come from somewhere very, like, intimate. I feel like this would be a good album to do, like, a retrospective on.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So I feel like I'm always hesitant at the beginning to give the big scores, but, like, I feel like I'm
Well,
going to
we will be
retroactively be
listening-
like, they deserve it.
We will be listening to this again later because a couple of years ago they released a double album, which is basically Kid A and Amnesiac, which is the next album together.
Oh,
So we're going to
interesting.
listen to them again through that lens.
Cool. That would be good.
Way,
Good excuse.
in about 2 years. Far enough along for you to forget.
Right. And just have that same, like,
Yeah.
ooh. Got creepy then.
Yeah.
I'm really curious about that lyric. Because I feel like what attracts rats and what attracts children are usually, I would consider to be different things, but maybe not. I don't know.
There we are. Kid A.
Mm. Very cool.
Yeah. How do you feel about that one?
Again, I feel like my instinctive was like Johnny and a half, but then I'm like, okay, like settle down, like rein it in. So I feel like I'm gonna, especially because it's a title track, I feel like I should allow myself to go a bit more. I feel like I feel more comfortable with giving the crazier scores towards the end. Because I'm like, okay, no, I've seen the body of work and now it's in context. Whereas I
Right.
feel like doing it too early is like, I haven't hedged my bets. Where's this leaving room? But I think it makes a lot of sense that this would deserve something a bit higher. But I'm still, again, going to use my hesitation and lean into it. So I'm going to go with the Johnny. But I thought that was very cool, and I feel like very special. And I really liked having the insight that you gave surrounding what's like been going on for Tom at the time.
I am also very thrilled that this is already probably the best reviewed album you've given. So that it's like hitting you.
So strong.
It's hitting you in that specific spot, right?
Yeah, for sure.
I too am going to give it a Johnny. I think it's a perfect bridge between Everything in Its Right Place and the next song. I think it's very undervalued as a song generally for me. I think it's really cool and deep, but I forgot to mention to you a lot of the reception that the band got from the last episode.
I'm curious.
And the album was very confusing to a lot of people. It was a very like, what the fuck are we listening to?
Right.
Especially with Everything in Its Right Place. It's like, what the fuck is this? And I think that in the original, there were a lot of areas of reviewers who were like, okay, here's the Mojo said, upon first listen, this album is awful. Too often it sounds like the fragments that they began the writing process with. It's just lesser ideas, a mumbled line of text. So it's interesting to hear like you and I going, wow, this is amazing. And then so many, one person from Melody Maker said it's self-congratulatory. Look, Ma, I can suck my own cock, whiny old rubbish.
Yeah, I can. Sorry, go ahead.
Hear that, like knowing where. Some people said it's predicted, like in the future, you'll be able to see it in a better way retrospectively.
Right.
But right now, it's like clumsy.
Sure. And I get that to the extent, like, I feel like when things are quite cutting edge, if you don't have the context of seeing something like as a genre or like a direction, it just seems so out there that it's kind of like, the hell are you doing? Like, you just tried to do something different for the sake of maybe doing something different. And it's not actually good, though. So it was like, you're trying to be very conceptual, but like, what the fuck? So I can see that rationale, but I think obviously being from the future, it's easier to see where this fits into the landscape of music versus just... Because I feel like if I did not know that Radiohead were going to transition like at some point into being something a bit more like this, then it probably would be a lot more jarring. And I wasn't expecting it at this stage by any means. But I do think it's very cool.
This album, too, was one of the first real leaks onto the internet. So in 2000, it was one of the, which is a big deal, right? So a lot of people credit this album as the first album of the internet age and that people were able to download, right? So I think that also adds a little bit of hype to it, I mean, it leaked online and was on Napster.
Okay.
So it's just crazy that way. But we're off on the distance. I'm glad we got here with this song, and I'm excited to hear how you react to the next one. I'm thrilled to hear your responses on these tracks. It's great.
I'm so enthused and so excited for the whole album, to be honest.
Awesome. Thank you, sir. I will see you next week.
See you next week.
This podcast is recorded on Discord and is edited in GarageBand. The intro and outro music are Radiohead covers and can be found on Spotify under the band Lift. That's Lifte, with F as in Foxtrot. Also, find us on TikTok and Vimeo under the name @Headful of Radio.